There have been several mysterious aircraft disappearances in the past. Still, aeroplanes are the safest way to travel. But a new radar satellite system will provide rescue services with pinpoint locations of aircraft anywhere in the world in the event of a crash or other incident. This was unveiled in Coquelin recently. It is hoped the system, which will be operated by the Irish Aviation Authority, will end the phenomena of aircraft vanishing from radar, which can hamper rescue and recovery efforts. We all know about the Malaysian airline disappearance, but there have been other planes which have also disappeared over the last 120 odd years of aviation. Welcome to Simbly Curious. Today we are counting down 10 of the most mysterious aircraft disappearances. Number 10. Vancouver Douglas DC4. The Douglas DC4 departed from Vancouver in 1951 and was due to stop at Anchorage Airport, Alaska. The weather worsened with a visibility of just 500 feet. An emergency warning was issued when it was too late to report. No trace of the aircraft and occupants has been found. Number 9. Indian Air Force plane crash. An Antonov An-32 twin-engine turboprop transport aircraft of the Indian Air Force disappeared with 29 people on board while flying over the Bay of Bengal in July 2016. The aircraft was en route from the Tambaram Air Force Station to Port Blair. The search and rescue operation became India's largest search operation for a missing plane on the sea in history, involving submarines, surface vessels, and aircraft. The mission was called off in September 2016 with no trace recovered. Number 8. Stardust crash in 1947. British South American Airways plane Stardust, flying from Buenos Aires to Santiago, went missing on August 2, 1947. It was more than 50 years later, in the late 1990s, when pieces of wreckage began to emerge in the Andes Mountains. In 2000, various body parts from the flight's passengers were found, well preserved by glacial ice. Number 7. Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571. An Uruguayan Air Force plane carrying 40 passengers, including members of the Uruguay rugby team, as well as 5 crew members, disappeared while crossing the Andes on October 13, 1972. 72 days later, after everyone on board was presumed dead, 16 survivors emerged. The story of how starvation drove them to eat the flesh of some of the dead passengers was made into the 1993 film Alive. Number 6. Flight 19 Torpedo bombers. At the height of World War II, the United States Navy dispatched 5 torpedo bombers on a routine training flight over the Bermuda Triangle. All 14 crew members aboard the 5 military aircraft were never seen or heard from again. Hours later, the Navy sent an additional 13 men on a search and rescue mission in a marine flying boat. They too were never seen or heard from again. Number 5. Amelia Earhart. On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan took off from Lae, New Guinea in a Lockheed Electra 10E on one of the last legs of their around-the-world flight. However, the Lockheed Electra disappeared over the Pacific and the groundbreaking aviator was never heard from again. Number 4. Flying Tiger Flight 739. In 1962, during the preliminary stages of the Vietnam War, United States Army Flying Tiger Flight 739 vanished over the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean on its way to the Philippines from Guam. No distress calls were received. Despite an exhaustive search, party comprising 1,300 people, 48 aircraft and 8 surface vessels, all of which covered roughly 144,000 square miles, nothing was ever found. Number 3. Peter Gibbs' bad flight. The Great Mull Air Mystery is the name given by the media to the disappearance of Peter Gibbs on 24th December 1975 after he took an unscheduled solo night flight. Gibbs is injured body was discovered without the plane on a hillside 4 months later, but how and why he came to be there was never established. In September 1986, it was claimed that the plane had been found in the sea off Oban. A clam diver searching for scallops reported finding a small plane with both wings missing. The wreckage was 200 to 300 meters off the coast at the bottom of the Sound of Mull. It was reported that the windscreen was out and both doors were locked. The aircraft yielded no clues as to how it came to be there. Gibbs' body was found in a location that was across a road and up a steep climb from the reported location of the plane. Number 2. Stolen airplane. Yes, you heard it right. It wasn't hijacked, it was stolen. On 25th May 2003, a Boeing 727-223 registered N844AA was stolen at 4 de Fevereiro Airport, Luanda, Angola. An airport employee reported only seeing one person on board the aircraft at the time. Other airport officials stated that 2 men had boarded the aircraft before the incident. The aircraft began taxiing without communicating with the control tower. It maneuvered erratically and entered a runway without clearance. The tower officers tried to make contact, but there was no response. With no lights, the aircraft took off, heading southwest over the Atlantic Ocean before disappearing. Before the incident, the aircraft was filled with 53,000 liters of fuel, giving it a range of about 2,400 kilometers. Neither the aircraft nor the 2 men have been seen since, and no debris from the aircraft has been found on land or floating in the ocean. Number 1. Malaysian airplane MH370. The disappearance of Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 carrying 239 people is one of the world's greatest aviation mysteries. The aircraft vanished en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing on March 8, 2014. Rescuers spent months scouring the seabed and the southern Indian Ocean, but efforts were eventually stood down. Everyone will have different theories on why and how this happened, from aliens to terrorists or a real-life lost series theory. We have seen it all. Do let us know what you think of these in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and share this video with everyone.